Everton were at a critical point when they dismissed Ndiaye at the beginning of a new era, a change of ownership seeing the Friedkin Group complete a protracted takeover bid at the end of 2024. Having left Goodison Park behind and settled into a new home on Bramley Moor Dock, Everton are piecing together a new future, having shipped out much of the deadwood at the end of the 2024-25 season, now boasting a squad fit to compete for a top-half Premier League finish. Moyes has struck gold with additions such as Jack Grealish and the raw, but talented duo Tyler Dibbling and Thierno Berry. However, Ilman India would still stake his claim as the club's standout forward, having been immense since arriving a little over a year ago. Ndiaye missed a fair chunk of the Moyes era as it got going last term, sidelined for a stretch after being substituted against Liverpool in February. He had been quite the bright spark through the dreary first half of the campaign, though, with analyst Ben Mattinson even marveling at the relentless 25-year-old's performances and claiming he could be at least a regular squad player in every Premier League team. He certainly proved this is the case since joining the Toffees from Marseille for £15 million in July 2024, scoring 13 goals in total. Be on the left or the right, he is deadly and has started strongly this term, netting the first goal at a new home to kickstart Moyes' first full term back in charge. This kind of dynamism has borne Everton through a dark patch and into the light. He is the real deal and quite comfortably one of the most important players on the books. Pocketing £45,000 per week, Ndiaye is not one of the club's top earners, and he will surely expect that to change soon. Indeed, technical director Angus Kinnear will need to offer the versatile winger improved terms if he hopes to stave off the suitors that will come for him, and sooner rather than later at that, especially when considering there are other, less reliable members of the Toffees fold who earn a prettier penny than him. Moyes and Everton and TFG did well to free themselves of some high-earning stragglers this summer. Abdoulaye Doucouré, for example, had been a stalwart across his years at Goodison Park, but could no longer justify his £130,000 per week salary and left, relocating to the Middle East. This isn't quite the same for Vitaly Mykolenko, who remains a part of the Everton first team, but his sale might be one that Moyes wants to greenlight in the coming months. The Ukrainian has only played 2 times in the Premier League so far this season, and he was directly at fault for one of Wolves' goals during that 3-2 win at Molineux in August, with the Liverpool echo frustrated with the left-back's efforts and branding him with a 4 out of 10 match rating. With his attacking play leaving plenty to be desired and a problem with maintaining availability, Mykolenko might be worth selling in 2026, especially since Adam Asnew, 19, has been welcomed to fold with a weight of expectation. He's been hailed in the past for his incredible mentality by former boss Frank Lampard, but Mykolenko leaves too much to be desired. James Garner has also deputized commendably at left-back across the opening weeks of the season, with Mykolenko indeed sidelined by injury. As Everton continue to develop under Moyes' wing, shaping into a team fit for purpose on a higher rung of the Premier League ladder. So do some fans clamor for a more attack-minded fullback? Well, they have one in Asnew, who had even been hailed as a generational talent by football scout Jacek Kulig in the build-up to his switch from Bayern Munich to Merseyside. As the Morocco international goes from strength to strength at Everton, so too do Mykolenko's chances of falling down the pecking order increase. Given that a €30 million bid from Napoli was turned down during the summer, senior Blues officials may come to regret not taking the money and running. For if Mykolenko's injury problems persist, there's every chance he will be offloaded for a smaller fee down the line. Former Everton scout Brian King has also chipped in on the situation, saying after the Liverpool loss, he was injured during pre-season, and that's never a good sign for a player. He did acknowledge that the 26-year-old wasn't the only poor performer during that defeat, but SofaScore record that he lost 5 of 6 contested duels and gave the ball away 13 times. Hardly convincing. And neither was it an illustration of the fullback's rather lofty £58,000 per week salary, placing him above Ndiaye on the wage bill. Mykolenko might be a solid defender, but his track record on the fitness front and persistent struggles to provide attacking support that will be needed as Everton continue to evolve mean that change might be afoot. He is out of contract at the end of the season, and the club might just come to regret not cashing in for a hefty sum while they could, especially if he plays a peripheral role throughout. Whether the club can fetch a sum for him in January remains to be seen, but with contract talks slated for deeper into the season, there may yet be time to cash in for a figure not too dissimilar than that which was offered by Napoli a few months ago.